back onto the Rift as well. And Lucian Nami from CTBC flying Oyster looking to get themselves up with the likes of PSG Talon and Deep Cross Gaming for their game of the day. Our penultimate game of the night as well before we go to DCG and Beyond Gaming to close it out. SEM9 are at the bottom. They're 1-14, but hey, when you see Darius on the Rift, you know that's how you start to create an upset. Let's see if No Name's pick that has been banned against this team. Almost 50% of SEM9's games is split. Can make waves against CTBC flying Oyster.
I can't wait. I am so hyped up for this game. This is my dream come true. SEM9 finally get the comp of their dreams. This should be something that they stomp on people in scrims. It should be something that they're familiar with in solo queue. This is the pinnacle of the SEM9 experience.
All I can ask for. Finally, with your, third last game of the split, you bring this out. Singed last time was an absolute hoot, but this Darius should be even better. Ghost taken in the lane, Clement, as we've got Conqueror on the Darius, of course, as well. Unflinching and second wind on the side too, Clement. And, Rest is going fleet, and you got to admit that for this it still will be a volatile lane, despite the range advantage and the advantage in general you talked about.
Yeah, whenever you see a Ghost lane, what a lot of Dariuses do is they just actually just go into the brush level 1 and pop Ghost and force summoners from you. A very common Darius solo queue tactic. Of course, it does leave you quite vulnerable to ganks early on, but hey, you can kind of live with that if you're 1-14. So
True.
I want to see how this lane plays out. I want to see if SEM9... I was expecting SEM9 actually to early ward for the top side, but it looks like they're not going to do that. And we're going to get a look at Lazar's lane here. Lazar's been... he likes to play a lot of these tempo champions. He typically does get counterpick. However, he hasn't really been able to make those resources useful in his own laning phase. So I think this is a great chance for him to show us what he's got here on the Zoe.
If Gemini lets him, though, I mean, this is a level 2 gank. Abscond ducked, here he goes. Hammer shock as well as Gemini just walks in, walks out, and Lazar's going to start that lane in a pretty bad spot. As now spotted on the top side ward, he's just invading straight off the bat.
Smart move from CFO. I like the pathing here, and the most important thing is they're trying to isolate Darius. If Darius doesn't have, just the threat of the jungle being nearby, it's very hard for him to go in. Because when Darius goes in, he needs to go all in. There's not a lot of half measures for this champion. So I like this move from CFO. It's a really clever move to kind of do a semi-vertical here and just deny Arashi from impacting topside.
Smite's going to come down as well, just in the nick of time. Gemini, okay, gets in, and does he get out? Onto Arashi, the 1v1 begins as this Wukong is stacking up the passive. Gemini is still only level 2. Conqueror's proc as Lazar's coming in, the flash burn, and Gemini trying to play, but he's already down. Mission can't help out. SEM9 with first blood.
Darius is also going all in the top side. However, bot lane, Sheduru takes a big chunk.
Classic.
And the flash is gone from topside. He actually wins the trade against Rest.
Oh, we didn't get to see that one on our screen, but you're right. No Name didn't burn anything to do it either. What?
He must have landed the E. It has to be.
Oh. Arashi with a great start, Clement, here on this Wukong. Gemini still level 2. Lazar's coming in as well. And this blue buff widely contended as Lazar's making sure that Mission can't get too close either.
Alright, now I probably have to walk back my statements. I feel like Gemini probably got out a little too late on the previous one, while his other 2 lanes weren't exactly moving. So,
and, hang on, Lazar almost dead. Hits the trouble bubble as Paddlestar won't be the follow-up play. As Arashi just keeps battering down Gemini, and there goes another resource. He's 2 camps behind, and Arashi is just playing with him at this point.
And is not letting this one go. Lazar also has a TP, so he can choose to back up this Wukong as he goes for more. Gemini's still level 2. So that invade backfired horrendously, and now it could be Rest that needs to pay the price here.
He's still here. At least Gemini gets a smite this time around as the shove is going to get a good stun. The hammer shock follow-up as well. But that's the burst out as Arashi continues to get Conqueror. And with red buff as well in the slow. Mission needs to do a lot as Lazar's over the wall. He's going to full commit, but it's on a clone. As Lazar won't follow up yet again. Just making sure Wukong stays safe as Arashi is the most annoying monkey I've ever seen, Clement, and I just went to the zoo 3 weeks ago.
I will say he did lose that trade overall, though. Like, Gemini still got his camps. Arashi slowed down. On level parity here. Shun going in.
Oh, yeah, that's a good trade. Just dead. You don't even get a response, dude. My God, that was clean.
A little bit weird. Caspiel didn't try to use the exhaust right there.
Yep.
Just let Shedudu go down there. I think he underestimated the burst for sure, you know?
Well, it doesn't matter what's going in the jungle then, does it? If bot is winning out that hard, that is a new problem for SEM9 that they need to deal with.
Yeah, I would be very sad if that's the only positive trade we get to see from Darius, and they didn't even show it.
True.
I would cry myself to sleep.
I'm a
SEM9 fan.
You're right. It's an apprehend. You're right. Must have been an apprehend. Must have been a good one.
So we'll see if No Name tries to go. Oh! Ghost
as well. Okay, apprehend comes through. Crippling strike. Follow up. He's got full stacks of hemorrhage, and as he spins around, the guillotine used. Ladies and gentlemen, he wasn't even 6. I was wrong, but it's still a solo kill from No Name.
Beautiful stuff. That's what I wanted to see from the Darius. The manly Darius player here in No Name, just chopping him down before the steel-plated boots can come out for the extra movement speed. He got great timing right here as well. You know, he walks to the left side and pops a ghost, and there's no rage bar here on Ret, so he doesn't have any ability to access his extra HP and his extra resistances, nor the stun right here. No Name gets such a clean kill underneath the tower, and also denies some CS.
I was like, where's the Noxian Guillotine? Oh, he must have already used it. Wasn't even 6. Wasn't even level 6. It just ordered him down. Half-bound axe picked up as Gemini and Arashi are going to beef it out in the topside jungle yet again. And as Arashi continues to take damage, Wukong in an extended trade, Gemini, I don't think you want a piece of that. Rest is coming in, but now Arashi's a bit too deep.
Though.
Goes over the wall, they know he's there, smite down, but Arashi, you are just over-ambitious in this version of the trade.
That was a little bit unfortunate because SEM9 actually had priority in the top side, and Arashi was the one to go in by himself, so a little bit of miscommunication there. I don't think they expected to find the bottom right there.
Not again, please, God, exhaust! Clement! Why take the summoner if you're not going to use it?
Yeah.
Is he dead? Culling, help me. Wukong, help me. Arashi going to save the day, but this bottom lane is beyond disaster.
We knew it was going to be a rough lane, and no, this is why I say sometimes Shedudu to mid lane and Ashing back on the roster isn't always a bad idea. I'm serious about that. I actually feel like they have, what should I say? Because when they run Ashing and Caspiel, they know they can't win a standard lane, so they run something crazy.
True.
And that actually ends up a little bit better sometimes than running, blind pick counter lane.
Just so far, I mean, it's frustrating to look at the second time around. Clement, you called the exhaust in the first one. Second time round is kind of inexcusable, where Shedudu flashes away, hoping to survive, but 2 kills now onto Shun in this game. The bottom lane of CFO is pretty much leading the gold lead at this point as well. In fact, I know they are. As CFO are also going to get this topside objective. I mean, Darius might have found a solo kill, but the rest of the map is burning.
It's true, but we have to stay faithful to the SEM9 game plan. You're misunderstanding Sivir.
And maybe I'm misunderstanding Zoe as well. Electric comes through, Arashi flashes, and now needs to get over the wall. Doesn't have his flash available. Koala surviving. Lazar has the flash. Blast code, he's healed up. Get him! Oh, he dodged Koala, no! That hitbox massive in the Aqua Prison, not in time. It's a big chase, but props to Lazar for going all the way. As exhaust is finally used, but Shun's gonna get out.
Right.
Oh my God, it wasn't even Caspiel's exhaust.
He's gonna use it someday, okay? Just
One
hold
day,
on.
Dude, one day.
Hold on.
Yeah, okay, I will.
I feel Caspiel, doesn't usually play this champion.
1v2. Culling.
All right, all right.
Okay, go on,
Good sidestep by Shidudu. No problem right there. Not even on the hunt burn right now. And it's just Lazar coming back. So I just wanted to say that Sivir, her main use is for Darius to get on top of Lucian.
True.
She's a utility champ. That's the way we should be watching this. SEM9
Okay.
bot lane, pure utility. All they're there is for movement speed for no name. There you go.
So it's like how we say Ornn losing lane isn't a big deal, except, you know, you don't really have like a gold passive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
could
there
say
you go, Clement. Yeah, there you go, except a lot worse, of course.
But Sivir
Shed
late game.
Dudu-
Oh,
True.
yeah.
But will she get there? I don't know. Ambitious, I will say. CFO getting a dragon could be a problem as they also picked up the Herald, gave the gold over to Mission in mid lane.
Yeah.
Gold lead now at 2,000. Now, yes, gank the Darius lane. I could not agree more.
So we're taking a look at the gold lead here as things are cooling down. And oh, No Name actually only with a 100 gold lead here into the top lane. It looks like SEM9 aren't going to try to snowball that one. But CFO just smelled blood in the water here on bot side.
Once he gets the spell shield out of Share Dudu, he's up against the wall and they flash. They don't even give him a chance to react. And hey, at least this time, Clement, Caspiel used his summons. Both of them, in fact, is Sleepy Time. Shun with a great block. Well done from CFO as they're interested in diving this part too. There's a flash on Lazar though. Burns it with the heroic shove. Acro Prison though does connect and Koala tanks up aggro. Well done as that's so to the minor point. Koala lucky to survive and Caspiel then ults to find the final kill. We won't get anything more as SEM9 at least trading after what was a blood sport for CFO bot.
At the end of the day, the cat does get the fish. So, you know, all is right in the world. I'm not too disappointed with that.
Culling.
Culling.
He's going to survive until Gemini's still here. Hammer Shock and Shun getting the kill. 4-0-1 as he runs for his life and Arashi over the wall. He'll now be spotted out. Shun is the one left in lane as Lenz will spot him out. Arashi's still going to go for the all-in. Gemini can't help him, but Shun has himself the relentless pursuit. So he's out too, Clement. And what positivity were you going to give me about SEM9?
None, actually.
Okay.
there was a lot to be positive about. So that play started with CFO spotting Arashi in the top side, and they were very happy to just send everyone over and tower dive repeatedly. That was a 3-man tower dive where they got 3 kills consecutively, one after the other. Only lost the support in that one. Beautifully done by CFO. Even numbers in this day and age, that's very hard to accomplish. I don't think I've ever seen a sequence where you see a 3-man get all 3 kills against the tower dive.
That's right. It's like patience from Gemini was really good. And Shun as well has just been playing the solution so well. We've been so impressed with Shun, you know, over Atlan, who CFO tried and he was... Oh, he's nowhere near as good, Clement. Let's be real. I was trying to put it delicately. But Shun has had such a good split. And I think his bottom lane of CFO is part of the reason why I'm pretty confident on this team. You look at the rest of the map and you're like, dude, if their bot is this good, what are we saying about Mission and Rest at the moment?
They're tremendous, I would say. However, not as good as No Name Darius.
That's true, Clement. Well done. Mission of Pain. I want to see more of this Darius stuff. So far, we've seen that one solo for solo trade. But No Name, this Ghost and Flash Darius has his summoners back up and available. Hasn't actually backed in a while as well. So the Hearthbound Axe he's been sitting on for a while too.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of curious as to what happens more on that top side. But it seems to be a farm fest as
Lazar?
we just keep watching Gemini.
And I think the problem here for CFO is that, not the problem, the problem for SEM9 is their bot and mid towers are almost gone by this point. Yeah. There's basically 1 plate worth of HP left on both of these, and that means Darius isn't going to get a fair fight. He wants to dispense justice 1 by 1, but CFO are not going to let him. They're actually going to group up against him and send the bot lane top for the Herald and to shut him down.
We begin on the bottom side, though, at the very least. I love every turn, Clement. We've got to talk about the Darius. I agree. You know, the problem is nothing's happening up there. And No Name, every time we come up, Rest is in Meganar. He's playing it passive. Now, he's level 11. I was going to ask you a little bit about your Darius knowledge and test you a bit.
Yeah.
You know, what are some key windows here? Is it like one item? Is it, you know, two items? Is it Darius at a level? Like, what gives?
I definitely think he's the strongest of one item. So the reason for that is he has insane base stats early on. He doesn't really need the tankiness second stat. And he usually has to start building defensive after the first item. So the first item spike is where he is easily snowballed, because this is basically his, I would say it's almost like his damage plateau. You know, he's got the skills there. Apple doesn't give you all that much damage. You got the decimate, the W, and then you get the 2 damage. So that's enough. You kind of really excel at these first item fights. However, SEM9 have not found themselves a chance to use on the hunt with Darius just yet.
No. Clement, my problem is that they just got 2 turrets for Herald. So first turret blood over to CFO. They just got inner turret bottom lane as No Name had to watch. Gold's now 5,000. And SEM9 committed so many for second Herald, which, you know, we're not in 12-14. You're not getting the gold bonus. You're not getting the extra HP advantage from Herald spawning either. You're getting maybe your first turret, Clement, but I don't know. The turrets aren't really that low. So SEM9 now massively behind as we have a 2-item Lucian in the bottom lane. Shed Doodoo is struggling to finish off this Kraken Slayer.
Yeah, really rough
He's
time.
got a BF sword. Look at Sean. He just got his third item component.
He's got way too many towers in the bot lane. That's bad news for No Name. Real bad news. I feel like Lucian could stand his ground at this point. So
yeah,
I was so tied up.
You 1v1 him?
I feel like he could. I feel like with just like keeping distance and the fact that he does have the cleanse, he probably. He's 2 levels down though. So not yet. I don't see like the support ever leaving him really. Okay, No Name. Ooh. This is your chance to shine.
Here we go. Finally a fight. He's got Ghost, he's got Flash onto Gemini. Who's your target? Apprehend starts it off. We're only watching the Darius Clement. I don't want to fight anyone else, but he shoves back. Rest denies the Noxian Guillotine. He runs into Gemini yet again. No Name's Darius didn't get to ult Clement. Oh, that's all we wanted to see.
We didn't get the dunk contest coming in, and you could tell No Name actually survived for such a long time, and CFO, in their desperate attempt, had to scramble everyone across the map to take him down. In the meantime, yeah, SEM9 did not get any towers. They really weren't touched, so we still have to call it as it is. CFO got a win there.
Yeah, like the other plays. You know, like all the other plays in this game, it is looking one-sided, and we would expect that with a potentially first, second place team versus our current last place team, right? There's a massive gap in the PCS I've noticed since starting to cast it this year, and it feels like CFO are showing us that here with Lazar now under threat. Arashi was spotted out, but CFO just want all the down of turrets, and with Sean's damage, it looks so easy.
Yeah, and SEM9 are not in position to actually contest any of this. They only have a 3-man right here. They have to run away.
He's still stunned. Oh, he's still stunned. Lazar goes back to the portal jump, but the heroic charge does its work. Now CFO get a turret after a kill. What's Darius doing? Let's look there.
Now he's getting his tower. He's getting an objective bounty for the team. So we'll watch this again. It does seem like, Arashi was spotted going down there by Gemini. Gemini got there first, got the vision, and you can tell that No Name actually survived for a very long time right here. Most of the damage was going to Arashi. Of course, he had to flash away. The rest with such a good find there. Actually denies the decimate in the meantime too, so No Name doesn't get the HP back.
Dude, Clement, he gets Noxian Guillotine off that as well. You know, Gemini probably dies. We get the dream play from No Name, and then Rest has to come in and muck it up.
You know, we were just about to see the greatest dunker in League just start to work at his job, and then Rest just came in and he had the block, he had the finger wag and all that, sent that ball back to the stands.
The finger wag. That is the finger wag, like spinning the ball on your finger or what?
Oh my god, you do not watch the NBA, do you?
I don't. I'm Australian. I don't even watch rugby league. Dude, have you seen LPL decided to go 7 days a week?
Yes.
And then PCS is also 3 or 4.
So, what do Australians watch for sport? Do you like race raccoons or something? Not raccoons.
Raccoons.
Kangaroos.
We don't have raccoons here. Yeah, that's not a thing. We watch rugby league, so
Okay.
like it's like Irish English football. I don't know why I said Irish. And then we have AFL, which is Aussie rules. And what else we got? I mean, I used to watch AFL. I used to watch Sydney Swans. You know, Swannies. Not very aggressive, is it?
Yeah,
You know,
that
Swans
doesn't
are
sound
quite
like
majestic.
a rugby team.
But it's different. Rugby league and AFL are very different.
Okay.
You know, AFL you got to look it up. Like the balls on the ground a lot. You have things called grubbers. There's 6-pointers and there's 1-pointers. You're gonna have to look it up.
I gotta
football,
say, this sounds exactly like Quidditch to me. You know, you got your kind of random names for balls and.
Dude,
yeah, weird.
I had a discussion. I had a discussion with my fiance recently.
Oh.
Not even recently. It's been over a long period of time. We both think Quidditch is the silliest game ever. Love Harry Potter. Quidditch is ridiculous. Quidditch is literally all that effort to put in the quaffer and the bludger, you know?
Yeah.
And then you catch the snitch, the game's over. It's done.
It's so weird, yeah.
It's literally done.
You know, there was like this really dark read of like the series that it's just kind of this. Okay, never mind. We gotta watch shit doo here.
Yeah, he's getting burned by summoners. Shun is just soloing at this point because he's got 3 items versus 1.5. Makes sense.
True.
Clement, do you want to finish that sentence before we progress?
Nah. Actually, you know what? I feel like I'm not that much in tune with the magic of the world anymore. I'm happy to come back to League of Legends.
You should be. You should be. The Harry Potter game is coming out. I'm just saying. You know, they're bringing out, and the combat looks sick.
Well, like, what do you
Hogwarts
do?
Legacy.
You have to like draw spells or something.
Oh, I mean, you wave you want. I don't know. What do you have to do? I don't know. They've only just released it.
Okay. We'll check it out later.
Okay.
You know.
All right. The reason we're throwing the wand around a bit here is because it's AK gold lead.
Yeah.
SEM9 haven't done too much in this game because I feel like CFO have just bled them dry through the bottom lane. Mission's done well enough, keeping up CS. That's a good spell shield. And Rest has survived the laning phase, and now this Darius is behind in goal. Okay.
The fight.
On the hunt. No name. Look at the angle. Koala. Apprehend. Dunk him down. Okay, well, we still have the Noxian Guillotine, but the problem is No Name is by himself. He's going to ghost out to Narnia, but as the Teemo comes into the sky, flashes over!
Oh, he gets the 1,000 gold!
No Name! That was insane! That was a sick play with the flash.
Oh, the great escape, and then he gets the flash out of Shun, and then cuts him down too! We have a game!
Alright, well, Darius comes in red hot, dude. That's great. Clement, we do have a Baron standing up there, but you're right. With the picks off, with Shun now down, SEM9 with some much-needed gold back in.
Yeah, and he finally gets to complete his armor item right here. This is going to allow him to get a little bit closer to Shun. He also burns his summoners. A Ghost is a much faster cooldown on this one. So I expect the next fight, if they can replicate this, just kind of draw out CFO in different directions and somehow get No Name into the backline, they could still very much chop down a team fight. The problem I was talking about with CFO's composition is that if you look at everyone outside of the Poppy and the Gnar, the rest of them are actually very vulnerable to a Darius.
Yep.
They're short range, they're not packing any armor. Darius could really just cut through them.
That's what I like to hear. We have been lulling about for quite a while, but the hope of No Name will begin to believe. Dead Man's Plate with a Negatron Cloak. Those resistances there. The CFO respawn and start gearing around this neutral. Instead, CFO still want one of those picks, want to utilize Shun here on his 3 items before Share Doodoo is able to match.
And I want to point out that, Koala did get anti-healing. I want to say that, without that item, then actually very difficult to kill No Name once he gets those tanky stats up. But it's not going to be the case. Good purchase here from Koala.
Let's add other items into the mix, Clement, because CFO are still ahead in goal. We have to remember.
Yep.
2 items on that mid lane, and with Zonya's now picked up for Mission. Always a core item for Silas has picked up Crown as they go over to the Baron pit, and they've taken the blast cone, so that ward, all the wards outside aren't going to spot them.
Yeah, so SEM9 definitely know that this is going on, but they have to walk through Mission at this point, and great find here. Cyclone definitely probably the best one to control the ramp in this case. They have to be careful. For CFO right now, they have to make sure they don't need to retreat through No Name. That is the biggest obstacle to them actually getting any of these objectives. Is yes, they could probably take the objective, but it would be very difficult to walk out afterwards. So they want to keep their formation intact with the Poppy and the Gnar in front of the Lucian, rather than let No Name get these flanks.
Yeah, because if No Name gets what he got last time around, full access with his Ghost almost available, it's going to be rough. And Dudu and Lazar maybe shouldn't be here. Culling to come through, it all hits, and Sean gets himself an assisted solo. CFO now run it down mid, Clement. It doesn't matter if No Name gets access, because CFO just keeps killing this AD carry.
See what I told you? I'm saying the truth. You know, Sivir is just utility in this composition. Like, she's going to be put so far beyond in that bot lane. You knew that from the start. Without the bans on there. And, no, I'm trying to picture perfect team fights right here. What I think it needs to entail is, you know, No Name stacking up, getting his 5 stacks on the front line, and then using the Decimate Flash to bring it into the back. That's typically the coolest play that Darius can do.
Clement.
Instant 5 stack.
You know what the saddest thing about this game, though, is? It was a Cloud Soul game. It was a Darius game.
Oh, true.
You know, Darius getting that ult movement speed off of Cloud is just insane. And the ability to just run at team members as we look at the pick again, and Dudu just got deleted.
Yeah, I think the only thing to point out that's interesting here is the Imperial Mandate with the Nami combo, tagging for the slowdown there, and you know, the rest of it is just kind of expected. Unfortunately for SEM9, I don't even think they needed to wave clear that far into the lane. Definitely could have waited a bit more for that one, so we have to call it as it is. That was unforced error coming in from the bot lane.
Yep. Been a few of those though, and to be fair, you did say Sivir was a support, so doesn't matter. You know, we come back and 3 item here on No Name. That's the person that matters. Level 16. Because this dead man's giving so much movement speed. Awesome nature Titan as well. It's picking up all the CS while CFO are running down mid. I mean, No Name is still heading top. With the TP, No Name, start coming back, please. They need a bit of help as Rest is in Mega Gnar. And trying to catch him out in the movement down. CFO are gearing up to try and force him into Baron and Rest. Okay, there's the ulti. Doesn't have a cooldown really, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah, it's going back into minion. Oh,
God. Culling again, Arashi almost dead, and Dudu taking the rest of it. He heads forward, and here we go. Mission on the wing, knocked up. No Name, the one you want to look at, the Darius you want to talk about. The only one left alive with Caspiel, and CFO just too far ahead. Clement, I don't think you're going to get your miracle fight.
Doesn't look like it's going to happen here. No Name and Caspiel, the only 2 alive against 5 here.
Here we go.
Oh, if we got a miracle, this is it.
He's got flash. No Name. Don't preserve the KDA. We want to see the flash in the queue. We want to see the Darius play. Rest, there's no way you're getting out as it goes golden. But Mission has himself the Decimate as well. Excuse me, the Noxing Guillotine. Just to add insult to injury. This is done. There's No Name. Will look to be the final kill, but the Darius not working out. And CTBC flying Oyster.